Hey, welcome back to Nushindoza plays Doki Doki Literature Club, and wow, this game is getting pretty intense, wouldn't you say, Nush?
Yeah, it's been quite the week playing this game, but I don't think we've learned what all the fuss is about yet, so I'm hoping part 3 really gets into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, I look forward to learning what all the kerfuffle's about.
The kerfuffle?
Yeah, the kerfuffle.
Ah, the kerfuffle.
Not a lot of people use that word, I don't think. I don't know why I said it. Really.
Yeah,
but
so...
hey, we're back in it.
I guess we left off. We've already read Sayori's and...
What day of poem reading is this? Day 3?
Yeah, we're getting ready for the festival.
Oh yeah, festival's in, quote, a couple of days, and
Monday.
That was yesterday that they said that.
Isn't it weird that they have a festival on Monday? I would think it would be on a Friday or Saturday.
Is it on Monday?
Yeah, it's on a Monday.
Anyways,
Anyways, who should Glippy show his poem to next, Yuri or Monica?
probably Monica. Let's save the best for last.
Leave Yuri alone. Sounds good. Let's go with Monica.
Alright.
Hi, Glippy. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see.
Well, we want to make Monica happy after all.
El Presidente.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
I like this one, and welcome back, Natsuki DDLC Blushes Easily Totally Not a Nico. Thanks for joining us again.
Hi, welcome back. Missed you. And I hope you missed us. Or definitely missed playing this game. So I was
and
like,
you're definitely not a Nico.
yeah, we were counting down the seconds. We're like, that's the thing about streaming, right? Like, if you have a game that you're streaming, you kind of like, the pressure's on to only play it during the stream. Some people play off stream though, but this isn't the kind of game that we can do that with, really, right?
Yeah,
It's too story driven.
Very much so.
Yeah. Let's continue.
It makes me think of something.
Oh, it was Sayori. Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Natsuki with the yeet. Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, And I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That was really heavy.
You know what's really funny? Like, the other day on stream, we were talking about, like, what superpower you'd want, and I was like, I want to be able to know everything and be, like, the smartest person ever. And, like, she references a lady who knows everything, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's like they're in my mind.
It was very beautiful. I really enjoyed the feather analogy. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, being held between the two fingers and then just being dropped and blown away.
For sure.
Yeah, and, like, maybe she's writing it about herself? I don't know. Because everyone would assume that she's kind of like someone who would know everything. People look up to her. And that she doesn't have those answers.
I think maybe she's even talking about someone else, though. But I guess we should keep going to find out.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we?
Natsuki says, if I had a superpower, it would be the power of art, making any art exist.
That's really awesome.
That would be awesome.
We actually do a lot of art and doodles and stuff too, if you want to check that out on our Instagram. Here's my shameless plug-in for that, at Nushindoza.
It's a lot slower, though. It's a lot slower than having a superpower.
Yeah, but we love art, we love doodles, we love food, we love games, so like we love to share all of that over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, back to Monica. Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that. Anyway.
Two-dimensional.
Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
So matter of fact. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, geez, I wonder. Let's go with Yuri.
Good choice. Thanks for joining us, Data Boy.
Hi, Data Boy. Thanks for tuning in.
Decided to try something different today.
I guess so. Is that good or bad?
Well, neither. I have my preferences. But it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Eh? Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing, and have the most advice to share.
Is that so?
Yuri thinks for a good minute.
Thanks for subbing, Data Boy. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
That must be terrible.
Hmm?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome? How unlikable of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Ooh.
Ooh, that just took a really different turn there.
So how do you think Yuri, like, conducts herself around other people? Does she just automatically assume everyone doesn't like her?
I mean, yeah, she's very shy and timid. Something must have happened to her to have her be this way. No one just starts out being shy.
That's true.
It's how you're raised. It's a lot of social factors that can implement it. Here we are trying to be psychology oriented, I guess.
True. Yuri.
What? What am I saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Aw, Data Boy, I don't hope you don't feel bad. I hope you have a much better evening. At least, hopefully we can bring at least a crack of a smile to you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here.
Each, a marvel millions of years in the making. When the womb of Earth chastically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore.
Huh.
So she wrote about the beach. Didn't Natsuki write about the beach yesterday?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So they're doing the same thing kind of again. That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna be a running theme with them.
Also, Dad Boy, you're gonna tell us a sad story?
Oh, sad story.
But we're trying to be happy. Well, I can't wait to read it regardless, because you support us, we support you.
Yeah, we're a team here. You got a crush on a pretty girl, well...
And then you brought her flowers every day? Huh. Well, while you continue typing them out, we're gonna continue here with this story.
Yeah, well, you know, that's why they call it a crush. Crushes you.
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about.
Is she putting down Natsuki? Like low-key?
But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
Yeah, Natsuki already told me about that.
She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. Dang, like, she's just calling out Natsuki, but like, didn't Natsuki say, like, was it Natsuki's idea to do this, or was it Yuri's?
Natsuki said that Yuri wanted to write the same topic, and then...
Now Yuri's saying Natsuki wanted it.
Yeah, but it's even worse because Natsuki was like, oh, she's just trying to one-up me.
Huh. And to our side story in the chat right now, apparently that a boy bought a pretty girl flowers every day, and she thanked him every day, or every time. And then she told him she would be his girlfriend until one day she was with another boy. Aww. That's really sad.
I guess she threw you for a loop. Oh well.
She's not worth it then. You'll find another pretty girl who will thank you every time and be your girlfriend for real.
Or how about a girl that'll thank you for just, being you? You don't even like a girl that doesn't require daily flowers.
There is nothing about requirement there, but I see what you're saying, Doza.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Yuri, shall we?
Hopefully good comes from this.
And yes, life does go on.
Yeah, but let's see how it goes on for this game.
Well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now?
Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Plot twist.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Ugh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Ah. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
That's putting a lot on her. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Ooh?
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes.
Heck yes, cupcakes.
But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
What did Sayori say? She's been gone. Remember, she went home early because
she wasn't feeling good.
Quote unquote wasn't feeling well. Like, we don't know because Monica won't say anything and Sayori's not here. And I really don't want to have to wait till tomorrow, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow, at least in game tomorrow.
Also, welcome back, Marissa, and thanks for joining us again.
Yes, thank you. Really appreciate that. So to catch you up, we finished reading the poems of everyone. Yuri also wrote about the beach, and Monica wrote about some kind of like lady who knew everything but wasn't like supposed to be an idol. Anyways, they're still preparing for that festival, so...
Which is on Monday.
Yeah.
So, back to Monica. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri... Yuri, you can...
Hmm?
Guys, Can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
What?
I'm useless.
Oh.
No. That's not
so
it at all.
Sad.
That is kind of sad.
Yuri,
Look
you're
at her
not
face.
useless. This time we shouldn't leave Yuri alone. I mean, look at her.
Aw. You're the most talented person here, you know? I knew something would be wrong with Natsuki with that comment.
Oh, yeah, yep. I saw this. Here we go.
Now Natsuki's pouting, too?
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
So determined.
Yeah, very.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, welcome
Chat's
to the chat.
cracking me up.
Ye God, I am the only one. And have you ever heard of a Ye God, Doza?
No, I haven't, but I guess I have today. Starting today, I have with the choice black and white Fallout icon. Heck yes. Can't wait for the next game. We'll see what it's gonna be like. We'll see. We'll see.
That just leaves you, Glippy.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. I kind of felt this coming. Another
Really?
decision for Glippy. Who's he gonna pick? And these two go at it regardless.
Oh, well, I mean, Natsuki doesn't seem too invested in Glippy at this point.
I would be really appreciative of that.
Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Extra homework, that's so lame. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
Also, we've got a question from Ye God.
Oh, is this channel family friendly, PG clean?
That's really hard to answer.
Yeah.
We're still kind of figuring out our voice, but I have a feeling it won't be, because we've got sailor amounts over here sometimes.
Yeah, probably around PG-13 to creeping up on that rated R. I don't know.
Well, Natsuki DDLC blushes easily, totally not Nico, answered for us by saying no, and she's been here before. So,
oh yeah, she's been here from. She's like one of the OGs. So.
OG MVP.
OG MVP. Yeah.
Why don't you figure out for yourself by sticking around? That'd be great.
Oh wow. Okay, it's just totally transparent, I guess.
Basically. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Yeah, Natsuki's right. This game did start off, I don't know if you know anything about this game, but apparently it gets pretty heavy. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume by that response that you have at least a general idea what's going on. Yeah, well, not suitable for children, so... And not every game we're gonna play is gonna be suitable for children, so that's... I'm gonna go ahead and say no. It's not gonna be PG clean. I'm sorry.
Doza likes to skip over things without letting me speak, or Yuri. She's always left alone.
Oh, look at her on the side. We can't even think of anything for her. You can write well. Anyways, Natsuki. In-game Natsuki. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own? Flippy may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, He may be more suited to assisting with the decorations.
Wow, there's a full-on war out here. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Glippy to...
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Glippy to decide how he'd like to contribute.
Hey, Pink Eye, thanks for joining. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna skirt around that.
And get back to Monica.
Yeah, Monica, our main girl here.
Well, I've already said that, so keep going. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Glippy, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me.
And before you do anything, let's save this.
Okay, alright, I'll save it.
Okay. So... I feel like this is gonna be a really big decision. Also, look, Sayori with 3 dots. I feel like he should pick Sayori. She wasn't feeling well. And like, these 3 are clearly fighting about it, whereas Sayori doesn't even know this whole thing's going down.
That's true. I think it would be better for Sayori if we chose her. Because if we chose her, then they wouldn't have to, like, feud between each other.
Yeah. And then he could even defend himself by saying, like, she left and she's not even here to, like, make a point for herself.
Yeah, you're right.
And plus, I don't even remember what she's doing. She was doing decorations and stuff, too, like the flyers prior.
Yeah, well, yeah, isn't she helping Monica out with that?
I believe so. Does anyone in our chat, like, have any recommendations of who we should pick? I'm leaning towards Sayori. So
yeah,
that's Noosh for Sayori. Doza?
I wonder who'd be best to pick. I want to say Sayori.
Oh, Natsuki DDLC blushes, easily totally not a Nico, says no.
Well, she says no, but, like, to not this.
Oh, right. Okay,
so,
sorry.
But Natsuki has been saying at least more than once that Sayori is the best girl.
And Marissa M agrees with Sayori. And Natsuki's now saying pick meh, so pick her, Natsuki.
Pick meh like me.
I think so.
Oh, this is tough.
Who do we want to pick, Doza?
I'm gonna flip a coin.
Sayori is what Pink Eye says too, so I feel like most votes are for Sayori.
Okay.
Let's go with Sayori.
I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, and...
Very good point. I hadn't even thought about the neighbor point yet.
Right? Wouldn't that be easier?
But Monica said
Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No.
Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay?
Wow.
Well, I'm really glad we picked Sayori now, because clearly we can't just help her and we have to pick someone else.
Yeah.
And, like, they did just say Sayori is helping Monica, so if we pick Monica...
Well, then that would... What? Wouldn't we just run into the same problem? Because Sayori's helping Monica, that means Monica's getting help already.
Looks like Natsuki's saying to pick Natsuki. And that's about it that we're getting from the chat. I feel like maybe we should pick Natsuki. Like, I'd have more fun baking than I would decorations.
Yeah, let's learn more about Natsuki.
Ooh, Marissa M said Yuri.
Oh, Jesus.
The plot thickens. Now we have 3 Yuri, or we have Pink Guy and Marissa M for Yuri, and Natsuki voting for herself.
You know,
and I also said Natsuki because baking. I want to see how she makes those cat cupcakes.
That's true. This is a tough one. I feel like we're at a real crossroad here.
And I feel like you're the one who needs to decide because everyone else has said their way. Yeah, truth.
Well, okay. So here's how I'm gonna like this. How I am gonna conclude this decision.
Cupcakes are life. Yes, they are.
Cupcakes are life. So by that logic, it's Natsuki. And we got to choose. Everyone else's vote last time. So I'm giving Natsuki.
Alright, let's keep going.
Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. See, look, we picked the right one. See, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Eh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that...
That's because... never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all.
Oh my god, she could have stopped one sentence early.
That's good.
Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited?
Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Clippy?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how this will turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
She's still sulking.
Just calls her out.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
Why is she pouting? She got what she wanted.
Well, maybe she's feeling bad too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help. What the hell, Glippy? I feel like you're making yourself...
Well, I mean, think about it this way. There is a weekend. Like, what if, like, he spends one day helping with baking and one day
let's
with
see if
Yuri?
that's a thing.
I hope that is.
That doesn't mean... you... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances.
It's very true.
So,
ambiance and atmosphere are super important.
They are. You need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. I knew Natsuki was going to come in there and just like come in there with that back jab.
And you're right, Natsuki, from the chat. Baking is hard and delicious.
Chat Natsuki. Chatsuki. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction.
You didn't really mean that, did you?
Oh my god. Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today.
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Just have no clue. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that?
Because cupcakes are our Lord and Savior.
Right, that's true. They are. Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house.
Aww.
My dad would kill me. Hashtag relatable.
Very relatable.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act, like, in front of everyone. That I was looking forward to this? Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all. It is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other.
Clearly, Glippy feels something, though.
Yeah,
Like-
he's feeling conflicted.
Conflicted about everyone.
Yeah. It's probably because, like, he feels like he owes Sayori, like, I mean, she's always trying to make him feel better and include him, and then now, the one time that he thinks he can help, she's not really accepting that.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he feels useless. And then now he's out doing these other things, he feels like maybe he can do more.
Marissa put it well. Glippy feels some type of way.
Some type of way. Let's find out what that type of way is. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Well, that's oddly positive. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kinda saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Look at that, I called it, didn't I? Everyone saw.
You did.
I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family.
Natsuki from the chat asks, who here knows what cupcake circulation?
Does that have to do anything with filling a cupcake up with Or I guess for the lack of a better term, feeling.
I have no idea what it means. Why don't you tell us in the chat and we'll continue on with this dark scene here.
Unless you don't know and then you're asking, sorry, we can't help.
Google that?
Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Glippy.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right.
It
has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Natsuki then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Glippy.
Hmm?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings...
What?
If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it?
Wow, is that how she's taking this?
This is interesting, because, like, I would think she'd be happy he was, like, taking an interest.
I mean, do you remember, like, being that age and, like, feeling that someone's only doing something because they feel like they have to and it's not sincere? Like, they wouldn't have done it otherwise. Like, that's why they haven't been doing it. So it's like, oh, you're just doing it because you think that's the right thing, not because you should have been doing that already.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
And Tsuki from the chat says Sayori always needs a kitty cupcake, and I feel like that would be perfect at this moment to cheer her up.
Well...
Cheer all of us up, yeah, because I want one too, Data Boy.
Yeah, I do too. I want a cupcake.
I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Glippy. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Glippy? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Okay, like, that's not what I thought was coming. But remember, like, that conversation that Monica had with Glippy? Saying, like, you just never know, like, she's always so upbeat and happy, like, that's what you see when she's around you, but you never see the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what we're getting at here.
Oh, Natsuki has the chocolate for Sayori only.
Oh,
Members.
that's so sweet.
Only for Sayori. She really needs it, doesn't she?
Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Huh?
Why is it that you've never told me about this?
It's not something for someone to tell. You should, be able to tell when your friends are having a rough time. But I guess she was really good at putting up that facade.
That and these people are teenagers, so Clippy's like, here he's about to say something he shouldn't have said. It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Wow.
Huh. Always about him.
It can be that way, huh? But I mean, they've been quote-unquote so close for so long. And
This dialogue, this music, it's got me in my feels.
that cow in the background. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. See, at this point, Sayori just can't, it doesn't matter to her because she doesn't want that. She feels like she's such a burden for everyone.
Yeah.
Even if there's only so much that I could do. All the Dokis, yes. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Glippy. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. This is really sad. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me.
Didn't someone in chat the other day use the word bittersweet?
It was also in the game.
It was in the game too?
Yeah, because it was sad, happy, bittersweet. That was the word. It was by Monica. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head.
Ouch. Okay.
That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. Aww.
Wow.
I can't. So, that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me.
She needs help.
Every path
help.
leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Glippy. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Oh my god.
We really do need to protect Sayori. Chad agrees. She just has way too much going on.
Hashtag protect Sayori.
Yeah,
Seriously.
for sure.
Yeah, I bet that is one.
Let's get that trending, shall we?
Right to the top. Tears streak down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand.
She's tearing in the picture. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful art.
Mm-hmm.
And now you came here, and I made you hurt, too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. I really feel for Sayori right now, because, like, I get it. As a girl, a teenager, like, sometimes you do things, or you try to get a guy that you like to do things, to, like, be a part of something, like a club. Like, I've even gone as far as joining a club or organization just to get close to a guy or a group of people.
I've done the exact same thing.
Yeah, so we all do it. We want to get close to someone, and then it kind of, sometimes it does backfire on you. The person you want to get close to is actually, I don't know, interested in your friend or other people, and it does hurt.
You know, it was like when I was a part of something, and the person who I joined in that thing, like, they had their own, like, group that was way into that, and I just felt like the one person out of that group.
Yeah, and as much as you tried or wanted to be a part of it, sometimes it just didn't work out that way.
It didn't. I ended up, like, kind of being friends with, like, a multitude of other people, like, one-on-one kind of thing. I just wasn't involved in that group, like, at all.
Yeah, and in this case, when it's, like, someone that you've been friends with your whole life, childhood friends, neighbors, you're always like that girl next door, but you can never be that girl, and you clearly see that, and you suffer from depression and all these other things. This is some real life issues here.
Right.
Also, Natsuki from our chats asking everyone who your favorite girl in Doki Doki Literature Club is.
That's a hard question. That's
the
hardest question.
Well, Data Boy answered it. Sayori all the way. I don't know, like, I want to say Sayori because I have the feels for her right now. Like, I can relate. But I really did like Yuri originally because of how, like, I related to her as far as, like, how smart and how shy she was. But, I mean, Sayori is, like, really sweet. What about you, Doza?
Oh, man. You make me choose. It's between Sayori and Yuri. I think maybe we just haven't got enough time with Natsuki, and Monika's she's just too detached at this point. So we're gonna wait and see how this plays out.
Yeah. We'll get back to Sayori, because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace.
Flippy?
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. And yeah, it is sad, Natsuki, DDLC, in chat. Monika, I mean, you know, I bet there's a whole fandom for her, so I'm gonna assume that that's the thing. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Flippy.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Flippy?
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Flippy. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you?
Aw.
It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice, then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be a very good for me today.
She did say earlier when Glippy making friends will stab her in the heart with a spear.
Yeah, so like if she's there with him making cupcakes with Natsuki, seeing the two of them bond over baking possibly. So rough. Triangle
Really?
that no one wants. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. Data boy will be back in 10 minutes. We will be here when you get back, good
yes,
sir.
we will. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
I do really like her outfit.
It is very nice.
It's adorable.
Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. It's like she's reading his mind. It's like freaking out. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking. Baking supplies.
That's a really nice kitchen.
It is. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. Natsuki in chat, I know you say you're not adorable, but like, it...
Just look at yourself. Look in the mirror.
Okay, how about you're gorgeous? How about that? Is that better? You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer me to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Clippy? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Good. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried it all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Oh. I don't know if that was the best thing to say. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? Um, it's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size.
And just as Natsuki said that, Natsuki in our chat, people always judge me of my size. It is true. She is the smallest.
Yeah, well, she was a first year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad she's like spunky and like, proves people wrong. Like, small but like can do a lot. People shouldn't be judged by their size.
That's true. You never know what they're capable of or what they can accomplish.
Small and fierce.
Small and fierce.
Do you like that better, Natsuki, in our chat? As we continue with Natsuki in game.
Right. I don't know if she'll like small. It's fun when I get to be small. What? And also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man. Let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Glippy. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to be baking.
Right.
Cupcakes, festival. Let's do this.
Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid.
I like how spilled fluid.
Spilled fluid. It couldn't
not
have
water,
been milk
not
or
milk.
water,
It's
oil.
fluid.
Maybe it's all of those things combined. Plastic bags are strewn about every countertop.
I wish they would have actually depicted the mess in this clean, tidy, wonderful kitchen.
Well, I mean, it was the game was free. So.
Right.
The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Well, hey, at least you have a mixer. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Flippy, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I'll need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me.
Well, I mean, think about it. Glippy just had this intense conversation with Sayori, so I don't know, we can't really see his face, but he probably has it all over him that, he's thinking about something else, even while being here and baking. At least I would be if I was in a situation.
That's true, but he hasn't, mentioned that and he's, off.
Well, he's not gonna throw it, he's not gonna make it obvious to
Not to her,
Natsuki.
but he's through all this, I still have it in the back of my mind. I don't know. I feel like you would have
I
said
feel like you
something.
can't hide something like that. Like, that moment between Blippi and Sayuri was really beautiful. like beautiful and like, you know, it was a heart to heart. I wouldn't just forget about that, even if I did have to bake cupcakes now. Am I right?
Beautiful, like one of those feels how to choose to feel
Like,
5 gum.
All right, so let's keep going.
All right. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each.
Actually, that was a better word. Marissa M says it was artistic. Yes,
yeah,
that's
it was
what
artistic. We don't want to we don't want to romanticize depression.
Not at all. But like
it's
the
not
fact that
to want to have.
I wasn't romanticizing it. I was saying that Sayori was able to open up about it, and that is beautiful because like that's good that you're able to talk to someone because like. Anyone who needs help should be able to find someone to go talk to.
Yeah. I think she should see a therapist.
Yeah, but this is the first step. Telling someone that you are friends with.
That's true. I guess it's better than keeping it under wraps.
Yeah.
That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. It's not like. I think it's Natsuki's catchphrase. It has to be.
She says it all the time.
The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if it just looking at it makes everyone's light. I want to redo that line. That was hard. There's so many. I don't know what it is. It's a million times more worth it in the end if it just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Moving on. Like the ones you made on the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use food coloring then.
We all need help.
Yeah, everyone needs help. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the what? Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. There's just so many words that end in ing in one sentence. Just tripping me up. You can get platform shoes. I hear those are in.
Or high heels.
Oh, right. High heels, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter. So I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Yeah, life's tough, bro. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Geez, I'll be here all night if you have to do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it.
That's one way of putting it. Gosh, I love baking.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
This is a nice flirting moment between the two.
It was really nice. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some of my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Okay. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek.
Welcome back, Data Boy.
Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. And just to catch you up on what's happened, we left Sayori and she didn't want to join us, but she said she'll be fine.
And we're making cupcakes.
Yeah, we're making cupcakes. They're doing this cute fight thing. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. How cute. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop.
This is a really cute frame.
Not until you apologize for calling me gross. It is super cute. Look at her. Oh my god, so cute. I mean, not cute. That's what I meant to say.
Not cute, not adorable.
Not at all.
Not
Fine.
a Nico.
Not a Nico. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that all the time to me, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh, she's gonna freak. What?
Her face.
Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me.
But she's not mad.
Her face is entirely red. Lippy, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them.
Oh boy.
You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me, just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths.
Ooh.
Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
This does have so much tension.
You could cut it with a knife or a whisk. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday, or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature-themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. Oh, I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Oh, well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish we could see these cupcakes.
Right? Oh man. I petition the devs, like, can we see those cupcakes? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we'd have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. Chance, she says? Where's she going with that? As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today.
Thanks for the lyrics for that Cupcake Circulation song, Natsuki from chat. We'll definitely look that up after streaming tonight.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I want to look that up. Cupcake Circulation, was it? Definitely. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess.
It's your favorite song, huh? We've actually tried to avoid any, like, DDLC related stuff because we didn't want any spoilers, because I assume the songs and, like, even, like, if you just look at a hashtag for it, like, you're gonna get spoilers, so we've tried avoiding all of that.
Yeah, like, I'm really, really scared of, like, recommended videos. Like,
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna see.
But we'll definitely check out everything after we finish the game.
Or maybe if it's on Spotify?
I'm sure we can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Like he wanted?
He wanted this?
To get closer to her?
I thought he did this out of necessity.
I thought so too.
Hmm.
Or maybe he is just being a gentleman. Who knows?
Maybe. Just gotta go back home though.
Yeah, before dinner and with an appetite, because her
Mhm.
dad is cooking dinner.
That's true. Well,
Yeah, he did get physically closer. That's very true.
that is true. I mean, you know, there's that important moment where you make physical connection, even if it's just, like, brushing up against someone's arm or whatever. Like, they care about that kind of stuff.
Clearly, there's something there.
Yeah, there has to be. I mean, she looks so cute.
Not cute.
not
Not
cute.
a Nico. Not adorable.
No.
Let's continue.
I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga, or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Flippy. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry, I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me.
Her face,
Wait,
though.
Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips.
What's about to happen?
What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against mine. What? Against me? I've felt it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh?
Hi, Glibby.
Sayori? Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Glibby. I just stopped by to say hi.
Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so...
Aw, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy.
Oh, she's all teary.
She's clearly jealous. She's clearly going through a lot. She's just trying to be nice. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Glippy? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Glippy. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away.
So, welcome back, TBCG. We haven't seen you in a while today. And also, looks like we have a question from Dad and Boy saying, what is love? And Natsuki from chat wrote, love is life. TBCG, caring for others. And I don't know. It's hard for me to answer what love is. I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
Though I do love Doza.
Yeah, because I don't think that song from the 80s really answers that question very well, but maybe that's not what it's about. Maybe they too want to know what is love. I'm gonna go ahead and say that love would be that feeling that you have this kind of bond or togetherness with someone that just doesn't come out of nowhere, and it feels like its own warm light that you have to nurture, and feeling that love and knowing that it's mutual is the best feeling out of anything, because it's you know that not only are you putting all this effort into it, so is the other person, and that's what makes it so strong. And I think that's why so many people get confused about what is love.
That was really beautifully put. It
Right?
makes me love you even more.
Yeah, I'm pretty great. Sayori looks away. I hope she doesn't feel bad. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Glippy. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Unrequited love. Ooh, that's hard.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Glippy, I like you so much that I want to die.
Wow, okay.
That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anyone. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? What the hell is he saying?
I mean, he does help her out with a lot of stuff.
That's
like
true.
her room,
And he's
making
probably
sure she
flustered.
eats. Yeah.
Oh. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you.
Sayori. Oh my goodness. That was actually Glippy's line, but I got lost on the screen.
I know, it's easy to get lost.
Glippy can either say I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend. I feel like Sayori needs to hear I love you. But like, only if it's genuine and not misleading.
She's gonna misinterpret that though, because like, you can love a person who isn't like blood related, and it not be
a romantic love. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, Glippy can totally say I love you, and it could just be like as a friend, or just like, hey, someone's here. Like, I think Sayori needs to hear that, but I also don't want her to take it the wrong way.
Well, because if we say I love you and then she's like,
oh,
gets
thank you,
happy.
Marissa. We definitely need to save this right now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We would have just kept talking about this and done it. It would have been a whole thing.
Yeah,
thank you
it
so
would've been
much.
Ugh. MVP.
Now, back to the conversation.
Yeah, but
what
like,
do we do?
if we say I love you, it's only a temporary thing, and then she's get like it. Because if we pursue anyone else,
it doesn't have to be a temporary thing though, because like,
well, because as soon as we pursue someone else, she's gonna be like, "You said you love me, but that was clearly a lie," and then
well,
that's how she's gonna interpret it.
Or we don't know what the developers did with this game. If he says I love you, he could also go on to explain like we've been with each other forever in this sense or whatever. I don't know. What do we decide, Doza?
Well, if someone basically said, if someone's basically like, I don't want to live anymore, but I love you so much I want to die, like that would mean that would mean that any pain, like if you like, you can't be responsible for someone else like that. You can't be responsible for someone else's feelings that way.
So how does Glippy feel though? Does Glippy just want to say you're my dearest friend to Sayori?
I want to say that if we were role playing Glippy as Glippy, with the dialogue they've given us, he would say I love you, because he would probably just say that, thinking that that would be the right thing in that moment.
I've been leaning towards I love you since we saw it.
Well, then let's go with that.
Okay. Here we go.
I love you.
Huh?
Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
Wow, that was really beautiful. I really love these moments between Sayori and Glippy.
It makes me feel like when he says I love you, he means it. Because if you think about it, like, he has been, like, saying to everyone else, like, yeah, I've known her for so long, and, like, we're a thing, but we're not a thing, kind of thing.
And definitely, anime is love.
Yeah.
I fell in love with anime.
I know we mentioned it, like, yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, but these kind of feels, it reminds me of Your Lie in April, so...
Oh, so good. I cry every time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to cry for that anime.
If you haven't seen it, you definitely should.
Especially if you like music.
It's actually available on Netflix if you have that, so maybe after the stream gets started.
Yeah, because it's really good. It's not that long either, it's like...
So, Glippy just said I love you to Sayori. Here's Sayori's face. Glippy?
Oh!
Oh, this is beautiful.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Hey, look, we have brown hair. Sorry. Back
Wow,
to the
this
moment.
is the first time we've seen a part of Glippy.
That's true.
This is nice.
And look at the clouds. It looks kind of interesting.
Alright, you're gonna read into the clouds?
Well, you never know.
You do
Like,
never
what
know.
if what if
What
that
if, like, that bush
that
has
bush,
something
the
in
shadow,
it?
is that like kanji? I don't know.
Glippy, is this really okay?
Yeah. I held Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Glippy. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now.
Oh no.
I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Glippy.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. The sadness is back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never left. She's clearly dealing with something a lot bigger than any of this. Depression, that is.
If she wants everything to be the same as it always been, does that mean him not being in the literature club and just being a social shut-in?
I don't think so. I think she's just conflicted because she's going through something internally on her own while still having feelings and wanting something like a relationship with Blippi. There's so much. We just need to keep going and find out.
Does she want that though? Same as it always
I
has
think
been.
every girl in this wants Blippi, so like let's just keep going and see what happens.
Yeah.
Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Glippy?
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Huh?
Okay? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that.
I don't really understand what just happened.
Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. Ouch.
My gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, where are Sayori's parents?
Well, where are anybody's parents in this game? It's always about or in animes in general, it's usually just about the kids or the main characters.
Well, I mean, we have Natsuki's dad, I don't know, kind of.
Just mentioned, but yeah. Apparently, Natsuki from the chat says Sayori and Glippy don't have parents.
Oh, okay.
And then Data Boy's like 10 questions Signs can't answer.
Right.
Alright.
It's like one of those YouTube videos, like top 10 anime betrayals, and it has like Kermit the Frog in it.
But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah. I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me, until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll always give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her.
Like, gasp for real, guys.
Right? It's the day of the festival.
Dun dun dun.
Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Flippy, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Glippy. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday.
What?
Girls talk fast.
Yeah, I guess they do.
You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
What the heck is what?
I don't know about that, but like girls do talk.
Yeah, but like she says it like that? Like, do girls say it like that? No, they would be like, no, we're BFFs.
Yeah, but who knows?
Okay. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. That's not creepy at all.
Nope. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. And welcome back, Natsuki, from chat. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Percent.
Get
out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I guess you don't want me to read all the get out of my heads.
No, that's
all right. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Alright then.
That was
something.
That was a little different. Weird, maybe? Creepy, perhaps?
What's with the percentage sign at the top?
I have no idea.
Yeah. How many get out of my heads is there? Just kidding. It's fine.
Oh, you can count the gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Percentage is Sayori. That's a good theory, right?
Is that a theory? I thought it looks like a statement.
Well, I meant like, we don't know for sure. We're questioning what the percentage sign is.
That's true. I mean, we had the save and load thing from Monica the other day.
Itsuki from chat. It's creepy. And what does she mean by listens what she said to me?
Yeah, who does she want to get out of her head? She's saying, like, before I show you how much I love you. So she's telling she loves the person who she wants to get out of her head. So, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Blippi? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Now keep in mind, this is like the day of the festival.
Yeah, I quickly leave the classroom.
He already showed up and, like, is there and then decides to go back. Like, is there enough time for all of that? Because he did show up early. No one else is there yet.
Well, he showed up early, so we'll see.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door.
I'm scared.
I don't expect an answer, and she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in.
I got a question for you. What are those? What are you referring to, TBCG? And apparently get your doors ready.
People are like, oh man.
Y'all already know what's gonna happen, don't you? Anyways, keep going.
Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response.
Oh my goodness.
I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no other choice. I gently open the door. Oh, jeez!
Okay.
Oh. No. What? See traceback.txt for details? What? Oh.
I'm speechless.
My heart is pounding. Sorry if I was loud. I legit screamed.
Can we save it here?
Yeah.
Okay, and then go back to it.
Oh my gosh.
I guess.
This makes me want to go back and like.
Well, I mean, our chat's telling us to load our files and check the files.
Load the files?
Load? Which file?
Load your file right now. Check the files. What?
I'm confused. Elaborate.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm checking the files.
I mean, I guess we could always come back to it. We should probably just keep going, right?
Load your file right now.
Well, we saved it, so we can load it again next time.
Okay, I'll load the most recent file.
No.
Oh, Sayori.chr. What? Where do I find that?
Press 1 from the game.
From the game. Like from here? I'm pressing 1.
I think maybe we should just keep going? I don't know.
I don't know either.
We're at a loss.
You mean for the first save, right? Press 1 and then...
Or just keep going. Let's just keep going. I think that would be best.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her.
Clearly he wasn't.
Sayori's no longer in the game. Are you saying that if I load a previous save, she's not going to be there?
She did say she loves you so much, so she wants to die. And yeah, no spoilers. Let's just keep going and see where this takes us.
Yeah. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend.
Wow, that... Philippe's going through a lot, and yes, this music is very chilling and eerie and all of the above.
Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Oh man! Anyone else got goosebumps?
I think all of us have the feels.
Yeah, I feel weird. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different.
Alright.
If only I had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Never.
Never.
Never.
It's over?
No. This is not over. Everyone said I had to load, right? What the heck? What
Whoa.
the? What? What?
What is this? So, there's no more Sayori, apparently. So I guess we can load game now and go back to a certain point?
Well, what's this first thing?
Can you click on it?
It would be new game is what it would be.
Oh, then don't do that.
Well, it would be a different save.
Huh.
I just want to see what's in
So
load.
hit load game. Where would you want to go back to?
Okay, hit load game. Alright.
So let's go back to, like, right before we told Sayori, I love you. Maybe that's where we messed up?
Well, what if we start the new game and it's, like, different?
Okay, I guess? Or...
Let's just... What?
Okay. Alright, let's keep going then.
I don't speak language.
There you go.
So, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. What? The kind of friend you never see yourself, but it just works out? What's going on?
Let's just keep going.
They used to walk. This is all the same stuff.
Apparently we resetted the game? Nah, our loads have to be there, right? Oh, no!
Oh my gosh.
Well...
I'm confused.
I don't know. I guess continue on with where we left off. Let's see if she's even still here, because clearly something's different.
Yeah.
However, I just... What? What's going on?
It's an ordinary school day like any other. Oh, I'm sure. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Same, but like,
What?
I'm so confused right now.
There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School days as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. Wow, he's looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them will probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Blippi?
What? Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
A while?
A while? What's going on?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly.
Goodbye, Data Boy. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Data Boy. Appreciate it. We do. Yeah, until next time, which would be. Well, for us, we'll be here again tomorrow, same time.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you then.
Yeah. Sayori is gone. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Completely out of my league. Okay. This is the same as before. What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And that... Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just so caught up right now.
I know, flustered.
And yes, we do need Sayori back. Like, I'm still... I didn't get enough closure, and here we are. Like,
I was just getting to know her.
Yeah, and it's like this alternate universe that, like, we're in right now.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one.
Oh,
a literature club.
I just jumped in my seat. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I could see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, Glippy. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big
I
favor?
don't think I see where this is going.
I won't ask you to join.
Clearly I
but
was wrong.
If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome. You're really sweet, Glippy. You know that?
It's nothing really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile.
What a sellout.
Right? I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back. That was really weird.
Yeah. What?
And I brought a guest with me.
Oh.
A guest?
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Glippy.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. So Yuri has been replaced. I am really confused.
How much more can we go, like, before we have to stop?
I think
we're gonna stream again tomorrow, but like...
Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. I am a full ball of emotions. I don't know what's going on. Does anyone know what's going on? What is life?
Well,
I should definitely save this. It's kind of sad that all our other saves are gone. I wonder if we'll have opportunities to go back to those?
We'll always have the memories, right guys?
No. I want to definitely go back. Right, so Yuri is gone since she killed herself, but like, clearly something's going on.
Yeah, I like the way you put that, TBCG. What going on? But in that weird text. I never knew how people do that. Yeah.
I can show you later. But
okay, sure.
I guess that's it for us tonight, guys. We're Nushin Doza. We really appreciate you all joining us again tonight. Keeping that chat live and fun. We'll be back tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah, y'all been fantastic, and thanks for sticking with us through all of this. This game is really fun with like everyone here. So
yeah, the interactions have been great, and like you guys are truly the MVPs of our chat and like of the stream. So thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nushindoza. Comment, like, subscribe, all that other good stuff.
Right. No.
And yes, don't forget to say eat. So yes, eat.
Yeah, eat of the year.
But yeah, that's all, I guess. Now, with all my emotions, I shall go ponder life and everything.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep. I think I'm gonna be thinking about the game too much.
Probably. Well, good night, everyone.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow can't come faster. Bye.